Oh, we're live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, SCDN After Hours. Where's the sushi?
I wasn't buying it tonight.
Oh,
It's
man.
like $28 platter.
I'd have gone in like halvesies, like $4.50, $5.
That's not halfsies. That's not even quartersies.
The crab salad, the crab salad sushi, that was great. That was great. Life changing, one might say. Hey, so I got a phone call yesterday, and they ask, when are you doing after hours? I'm like, that's interesting. So the truth is, we've been out. 2 weeks ago, I was sick.
Mm-hmm.
And then last week, you went on some kind of transcontinental vacation of some sort, adventure.
Just a little adventure.
Little adventure.
1,300 miles. Technically 2,600 miles on the way back. Like,
26, oh, round trip.
yeah.
Where'd you go?
Denver, Colorado.
Denver, Colorado.
I decided that for my birthday this year, I wanted to go away.
And Denver sparked your interest?
Yeah. Large, quiet. Nobody there that I knew. Gone.
Did you stay at the Stanley Hotel from The Shining?
Is that in Denver?
Yeah, it's just outside.
I should have gone to that. I didn't even know that was there.
So did you have fun, make new friends?
I made a couple new friends, yeah. Sitting at the bar, possibly sold a car. Sitting at the bar of the hotel. That's a whole different thing.
That's a legitimate place to sell a car, I guess. Since you don't golf.
And
there's
Reno
not
on the
golf.
rocks. You can sell a car to anybody as long as they're drinking that stuff.
So a new Ford?
Yep.
Yes.
They want a 2025 Ford Lightning.
What's a Lightning?
F-150 electric.
What?
Yeah.
Does it have balls?
I would hope not.
I mean, an electric truck?
Oh, yeah.
It does.
Ironically, most people were just like, ooh, it's an electric vehicle. No. Most electric vehicles have more get up and go than gas powered ones.
Well, I guess if you slam on the gas on a golf cart.
It's basically the same thing, just bigger.
Now, have you heard of, I think it's Bose that does will put in like 26 speakers in an EV to give it a motor sound. So when you're driving it and you hit the button, it has that sound.
Which one was it? I think it was the new Charger, right? The electric Charger, where they put artificial engine sounds in it.
Yeah, that might have been it. Yeah, it was Bose. I just know Bose was experimenting with like an array of speakers.
I mean, if you could find a way to hack that, it would be kind of cool.
Hack it out.
Be playing music. Can you imagine driving an electric car with no sound and then playing like the Jaws sound? Dun, 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 dun.
Oh man. Oh
Or
yeah.
the Michael Myers, Michael Myers, Michael Myers. That was it Michael or was it Jason?
Yeah,
Jason.
Jason.
Imagine doing that on like Halloween or something, or playing the Mr. Grinch song on Christmas, driving around.
He could be in all the parades.
Exactly.
All right, let's get to some news. Let's start with yesterday. Let me share my screen here. Yeah, okay. Let's start right here.
I've been out of town, so I'm seeing this while you guys are as well. Kind of out of the loop a little bit.
All right. So this is the I had to get the screen up, but so this was the drive-by paintball attack halts the Tina Turner musical. This. All right. So let's just listen.
A triumphant night for live theater in Portsmouth ended with shock, confusion, and heartbreak after the Tina. The Tina Turner musical production abruptly cut the show short, and then canceled its next performance in Detroit. Audience members were dazzled by a powerhouse first act on Thursday night at the Vern Riff Center for the Arts. Social media posts praised standout performances by Daryl Bertley, Tina, and Monty Kane, Ike, calling the show fantastic and saying Bertley should be on Broadway. Then the applause faded, and the intermission clock kept ticking. After more than 30 minutes, long past the planned break, theatergoers were informed that the performance would not continue due to an off-site assault on members of the company. A cast member shot with a paintball gun. Attendees were told a racially motivated physical attack earlier in the day left cast members too shaken to finish the show. Multiple posters on social media said a performer was struck by a paintball fired from a passing vehicle while returning from the company's hotel. One person wrote, "Their actions disrupted a long-awaited show and left a bad mark on the city of Portsmouth. Ask yourself, was it worth it?" Another wrote that the incident brought back painful memories. "I know the racial slurs that were hurled without anyone having to say them out loud. I sat in my seat stunned and hurting." Others pushed back, saying there was no public confirmation of a racial motivation. "Paintball isn't okay, but we shouldn't jump to conclusions," one resident said, calling it a prank gone horribly wrong. But regardless of motive, one fact remains. A beloved Broadway-caliber performance ended halfway through because a visitor to our city was attacked. Paintball assaults, a growing problem here. This was not an isolated incident. Scioto County Daily News has reported dozens of drive-by paintball and BB gun attacks over the past 2 years, including assaults on pedestrians, cyclists, store employees, and children. Thursday night, that pattern of reckless behavior stopped a $100 ticket event, dead in its tracks, and sparked outrage from performers, audiences, and community leaders. Touring company cancels. Detroit performance. The impact went beyond Portsmouth. The Tina Turner musical touring production also canceled Friday night's show at Detroit's Fisher Theater, citing unforeseen circumstances. Refunds are being issued automatically for that performance. Please support this local business. All other tour dates remain scheduled, for now. The community reacts, Pride vs. Pain. A passionate post by a Portsmouth resident summed up the mood. "We crave more entertainment, more enrichment, and then we greet those who bring it with paintball guns? This is the antithesis of everything Portsmouth could be." Another commenter expressed fear that the city will be remembered not for its rich arts history or community spirit, but for a moment of hate and stupidity. Welcome to Portsmouth. That is not the welcome I'd ever want to receive. What's next? Portsmouth police did not release reports Friday, so official details remain unavailable. We will update as soon as information is provided. The Vern Riff Center posted a brief apology. "We are disappointed that the second half of Tina was cut short. We appreciate our patrons and will be in touch with ticket holders by the end of the month." As refunds are processed and tour buses move on, the question lingers. Will Portsmouth be the kind of place that embraces world-class art, or drives it away? Because last night a paintball cost more than a bruise. It cost a community its spotlight.
Well, now you know. What do you think?
Was it you attacked with like that
Yes.
before?
Yes. Yes, I was shot twice.
This kind of stuff's going to continue to happen when all they do is give people a smack on the wrist. No way about it. That's still assault.
Yeah.
And you got to think of paintball. It hurts anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're driving 30 miles an hour, it's going to hurt even more.
And they could have been frozen, which really hurts.
Mm-hmm.
But the bigger question is, do you think the idiot knew that they were shooting at an out-of-town performer, or did they even care?
It depends. Was this the kind of thing where the performer is getting ready at the hotel and then going to the show?
Well, it was intermission, so they went back to the hotel.
So they were probably still in.
They were still
costume.
still in costume, which, they could have been going to a nice dinner, somewhere. So it's not necessarily I mean, if you're already driving around with a paintball gun and somebody in a shiny gold dress shows up, I mean,
why do people just drive around with paintball guns? Like, I don't understand the stupidity of that.
Well, I don't either. And as a person who was shot twice, it is.
You got BB gun, didn't you?
I got BB gunned. Yeah, I got BB gunned at near Sonora's, and then I got it again down by Cornerstone Church. And it's scary. It's scary. Because they always say, if you get shot, you don't feel it at first because of all the adrenaline and everything. So I heard the sounds. I heard the metallic, stuff hitting the ground. But I didn't know if I was, I felt some stings, but I didn't know if I was shot or what. So it was really scary. And it just keeps going. And in the comments, they always say, well, somebody's going to shoot back with a real gun. And even Chief Brewer said that's what they fear. Somebody's going to shoot back with it. They shot a pregnant woman. They have no, and it's not just one person. Wish it was. But it's not just one person. It's kind of a thing. They were using, it started out a TikTok Orbeez challenge. Mm-hmm. And they started with Orbeez. And then they moved to pellet guns. And now they're at paint guns.
Also, if you remember, my own home actually got shot with an actual bullet not too long ago right up at Mountain Park.
Yeah.
Somebody just driving down the road and shot, and luckily it hit the side of my house and ricocheted down the side of my house and didn't actually enter my house. But how long before one of these kids me and you knowing that now toy guns look like similar real guns,
mm-hmm.
Paintball guns can look like real guns. How long before they have a moment where they think they're picking up a paintball gun, pick up a real gun, go to paintball somebody and actually just kill someone on the side of the road for absolutely no reason?
It's crazy. And then we look at the bigger picture that this draws out is this. These are professionals. This is a Broadway tour. So they came off Broadway and they're going on a national tour. Mm-hmm. And so we get that caliber of entertainment here, and that's what they get, to the point where they're so disturbed they cancel their show for the next night in Detroit.
It makes us look bad. I mean, yeah, we're expanding the museum and painting things up, but it's not fixing any problems.
See, I'm really excited about college football coming to town. Shawnee State football.
With shit like this happening, you think they're going to allow it?
Well, that's we already knew, we already assumed there's going to be traffic issues and, you know,
Fighting, traffic issues,
right.
drug issues.
But if you look at what football has done for Huntington, which I believe they would be in the same league, Athens, Steubenville, um, Bowling Green, Kent State. I mean, some of these teams. I mean that the economy is based on football season. And don't get me started on hotel motels. You guys, you got to up your game. So, you know, this at the precipice of that coming up, what are we going to do as a community to, you know, to try to curtail it?
I mean, it hasn't been fixed yet.
We've been reporting on it for at least 2 years.
And a pregnant woman's been shot with a paintball gun or a BB gun.
Yeah.
You've been shot twice. My house actually got shot with an
Yeah.
actual bullet. And they're like, probably just kids out being stupid.
And one of these days, somebody's going to shoot back with a gun.
I know for a fact, when I was carrying my gun around, I've talked to people and they would ask me about my gun and everything, and they would have a gun on, and they would literally say, I hope I never have to remove it from the holster, but if it's my life to somebody else's, I will try my best to walk away from that. So if somebody's out walking and they have their gun on and somebody points a gun out the window, you ain't going to have time to stop and be like, is that a paintball gun? You're
Right.
going to pull yours out and you're going to fire back.
Mm-hmm. Well, just look at I mean, it's not the issue. The issue with the BB gun, paintball gun people is obviously not going away anytime soon because it's been going on for 2 years because of this Orbeez challenge. And law enforcement will always tell you that the hardest to catch is the lone wolf because they can't get any chatter of a conspiracy. But we're trying so hard as a community to bring great entertainment, tourism, and the college is all for it. Everybody is all for it. You know, the expression was a couple years ago, we want to be the next Hocking Hills. But at the same time, I disagree with that. I want Hocking Hills to say we need to be the next Portsmouth. And we can have a tourism-driven economy all year round. Like a beach, you've got, you know, half the year you're busy and half the year you're starving. But with what resources we have here, from outdoor things to indoor things, we can be a year-round tourism draw. But not if people are going to do this to folks. I mean, people have to get on the same page. Do we want a thriving community, which the majority is absolutely, you know, and every town there's going to be idiots that do stupid things. But this has been going on for so long. You know, it's not random anymore. I mean, there's a randomness to it, but it's not. It's happened. Once a random thing happens a bunch of times, it's not random anymore. Right? But how do you police it? Where does it start? Does it start with family members? And if they know that their teenagers are kind of experimenting with that or have that proclivity to inspect the vehicle before it leaves the house?
I mean, that could help, but at the same time, I don't think it would.
Because the other kid's parents may not, and the other kid may be the one bringing it. we gotta come together. I don't like this at all. It's
I mean, we try so many things. We have Second Street all decorated for Christmas. We have trade days. We have 23 flea market. We have fall festivals and things like that. But all of the good things are shrouded mostly by the bad things. I was just watching a TikTok earlier today where a woman drives around the area and she was saying how pretty it was, and every single comment was like, "Oh, that's Portsmouth. You need to lock your doors. Don't go there. Only the reason you should be in Portsmouth is because you're driving through it." That's sad.
that's unfortunate. That's not what we are about.
Actually, another thing on just crime in town on the 12th, the day before I went on my vacation, my car got broken into
Oh yeah, everybody on Franklin.
on my birthday.
Yeah.
My car, my stepdad's car, my neighbor's car, they stole her ID and everything. And people are like, you can read people's comments saying how they grew up here and used to be able to leave your doors unlocked and everything. Nobody does that anymore.
No. No.
I mean, people still call Portsmouth the Oxycontin capital of the world.
And it's a shame. It's a shame because it's only, and it's like that. But I mean, it's only just a certain small percentage of the people. I mean, the vast majority want to see the town thrive and be a place that you can be proud to call home, and that when kids decide to start a career, that they stay here and start that career. And with the help of Shawnee State, we have some really next level type with the gaming. I mean, it's won national awards.
I honestly believe right now, if Shawnee State University closed its doors, this town would die.
Well, it would definitely, yeah, it would be a huge impact. It would be the equivalent of you know SOMC closing,
Mm-hmm.
or the steel mill closing. Um,
And that's sad that our town depends on a college that much.
well, I don't know if it's sad. There's a lot of college towns that wouldn't exist without the college. Athens,
But the
Bowling Green, Huntington.
but Portsmouth's reputation has dwindled and suffered so much that the only thing people say that's worth coming here for is the college. Is what I was getting at.
Right, okay. And the college is starting to make some moves towards uh, assisting with economic development, and I'm excited to see kind of what their plan is. We've reached out and we are planning a discussion with them on that. But I mean, they have access to so many grants, and I mean, so if we were going to let somebody kind of go with that economic development, I think the college is a great resource. Let's move on to our next story. Gosh, do I want to do this? Oh man.
Bum, 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 bum.
He sees it on the monitor. You guys haven't
Bum,
seen
bum,
it
bum,
yet.
bum.
All right. Here we go. There it is. Oh boy. So we're gonna I'm going down to a certain part of this article, and I've started it here, so let's do this.
Buckeye Towers property manager Siobhan Metzger publicly stated that a replacement drive for one of the elevators had been successfully tested at a facility in Maryland. But once the part arrived in New Boston, she said engineers discovered they couldn't get it to sync properly with the elevator system and later identified multiple faults in the unit. According to Metzger, the drive has now been shipped back to the manufacturer in Maryland for further repairs. It was returned to them on Wednesday, and the team there is currently working to correct the issues. Metzger explained that once the manufacturer completes the repairs, the facility should have a clearer timeline for when the elevator can be fully restored. She added that the property is also seeking a cost estimate for upgrading the drive in their second elevator. She expressed gratitude to residents and community members for the continued support shown during the outage. Please support this local business. I appreciate residents' patience and know this isn't the answer they wanted, Metzger said. She emphasized that staff have been focused on addressing the problem from the beginning and that restoring both elevators remains their highest priority. A crisis that won't live.
Their highest priority. So, people thought we were nuts when we lost our minds over this a month ago. Seems longer. And for those hostages, I'm sorry, those that are the trapped hostages, certainly feel that it's much longer. They are, but I want to draw 2 points and help me with this. How many times did we say, hashtag the part is ordered is a line of bullshit? They were given false hope. Well, the part's ordered, so no matter what we were reporting, because we knew what was going on, we would report, we would give the sense of urgency, and in the comments all over the place, well, the part's ordered, the part's ordered, the part's ordered. They bought this stupid narrative that the part's ordered. Now, finally, they speak up and go, well, no. So, first, how do you feel that, when we absolutely tried to be honest with the people, when they were lying to the people, but people would rather believe the lie than the truth? Talk about that.
My stance on this. Me and my family got threatened because of this exact story about me going up there. We talked about it before. I got a call. They basically told me to find something else to report on. That they were getting impatient, and when I asked who it was, they just said an impatient person or somebody who's getting impatient. And
Right.
Click, hung up the phone. I think that it's going to take another month or so, to be honest, if they fix the elevator at all.
So we know, again, let's preface this by saying we were giving you facts and you bought the bullshit line. So now we're going to give you some facts, hoping that you don't take the bullshit line. This is the company's modus operandi, their MO. This is what they do. They buy buildings, torture the shit out of the people so they don't have to fulfill the leases, and vacate the buildings. We've done the research. Austin, tell the folks some of the stuff that we've turned up, of what other people are saying when this company bought their building.
I still remember that one, the married couple, where they forced them to live on separate floors.
Yeah.
And then evicted the husband because he had health problems, but told the wife she could stay, but told the husband he had to go. And it was in December of last year, or December of 22, 23, something like that. But yeah, December, basically told the man with health problems, your wife can stay, but you gotta go.
They are a predatory company. They buy buildings, torture the residents till they leave, so then they can repurpose what the building's used for.
They have done that on, as far as we've seen, like 6 different properties over the last 10 years.
Yeah. 6 properties, same thing. Same song, different verse.
So they can afford to spend $8 million on a 120 unit building but can't fix an elevator faster than a month.
Right.
You know, there's elevator companies in Columbus, in Huntington, where these massive buildings are.
Mm-hmm.
There's elevator companies. I mean, Portsmouth High School has what, 6, 7 elevators, I believe. No,
They don't
they have
care.
they have I think 2 or 3. But there's a company here that put those in. Why would they have to go across the country to get a part for an elevator?
Only to find out said mysterious part didn't work, so it has to be fabricated. And again, we're talking about the little elevator, the cargo elevator, not the big one, the people mover. They said that they are, I believe the quote was something like, we are either considering or accepting estimates on that, which is another red herring. Oh, we're getting estimates. They're not doing anything to help those residents. And when residents speak out, they give them eviction notices. We saw this at another place. They didn't have heat.
Mm-hmm.
Kent Street Apartments. They didn't have heat, and they said, if you complain or speak to the press, you will get evicted.
We'll fix it when we fix it, and if you talk to anybody about it, you'll be evicted.
Yeah.
Because I remember I made a comment about how it sounded like a rhyme.
Yeah.
I was out there reporting, that guy walked up and was like, I don't care if I get evicted, and told us what he told us and then walked off.
Mm-hmm. So this is, and then we hear the stories of all the resources that New Boston is putting forth, literally carrying people. Go back to this article. Where is it here? Yeah, okay. So let me share this back on the screen. Okay. So they're literally.
We also had that person post on our website earlier today where they talked to a resident, and she said she hasn't left her house in 34 days.
Yes.
And then I heard from the other people when I was up there doing the interview how they had to have a lady lay on the floor, put her on a stretcher to carry her upstairs to her room or to her apartment.
Yes. And that is still, I'm trying to find where it said, it may be in a different article, but the fire department and the police are literally carrying people down the steps so they can go to their doctor's appointments, and then when they get back, they got to carry them back up. Okay, so now you have this predatory private company that is putting on additional stress on a system. Let me give you an example. When I was running this hotel, and before we opened to the public, we, of course, doing a lot of work and drains in the floors, and I mean we this thing was built literally from the sand up. I would say ground up, but it was from the sand up, and we kept accidentally setting off the fire alarm, because when we would sweep the floors, the dust would get up in the particulate and it would set off the fire alarm. The fire trucks kept coming, like twice a day, easily. And all they had to do was go to the fire panel room, reset it, and that was that. But it got to the point where the fire department says, all right, you know what the problem is, you keep doing it, and so we are going to charge you $200 for every false alarm. So every false alarm, $200. And we accepted that because it was our fault. So my question is, why doesn't the Village of New Boston send a bill to Treetop Realty, who owns this building now and has caused this problem, this humanitarian crisis for everyone, including the first responders. They should send him a bill.
Oh, I 100% agree. I'll double it.
Can you imagine what that bill would be? I hope it's a lot.
If it's anything like an ambulance bill.
Yeah, what is it? One trip for an ambulance is $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we've got our local heroes, as Baby Toots would say, our biggies in blue, and literally carrying grandma and grandpa up and down 6-7 flights of steps to get to their doctor's appointments.
And what are they supposed to do? What is it? This weekend? Next weekend? Thanksgiving?
Oh, we don't know. We don't know. It's just boggles the mind. And on a personal note, it further boggles the mind that, we sounded the alarm. We told you that what the company was putting out was bogus. And now, come to find out, a month later, company's still trying to, CYA and explain about this mysterious part. But at the end of the day, there's no hope in sight.
Is there actually any proof that they actually got the part and sent it back?
Not that was proven. No.
I want them to fact check to us.
I want to see the part. Show me the widget, right? And the tracking.
I want to see the purchase receipt. I want to see the return paperwork,
and the dates.
Mm-hmm.
Because the company took over this building on October 22nd, and almost immediately this problem happened.
Isn't that ironic?
Isn't that ironic, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
But we also know at least 6 times that we found the company has done the exact same thing to other families. This is not new to them. It's new to us, but it's not new to them.
And if you guys don't believe us, just get on Google and look up Treetop Realties and go to the reviews. Just read some of them. There's literally one that just says, nope. 1 star, nope.
So then the question becomes, what due diligence? Okay, so you're a real estate agent, and you're a closing attorney. You're local. What obligation, legal, moral, I don't know, what obligation does the real estate agent have, knowing or should have known? That's a big thing with law. They either knew or should have known that this company was a predatory company and went ahead and brokered the sale and allowed the sale to go through because it was $8 million, and that's a big commission.
Oh yeah.
So I want to know, and I need you guys to do your homework. I'm not giving you all the information. Find out who was that real estate agent, who was that local closing attorney, because they made out great. The predatory company's gonna be a predatory company. The victims are just, shattered. Families just shattered. It's crazy. And I think New Boston should absolutely send that company a bill for the resources, just like the fire department would send us $200 bill for a false alarm. I don't see why they wouldn't do that. But now, breaking news, there's been another building, sold, $4.5 million. And it has all the hallmarks of this company and their ilk. Remember, I think it was our last live, I said, what is the Cardinal Treatment Center connection? And I said that for a very important reason. but literally just happened. Another commercial building, another $4.5 million.
Which one is it?
I know that's what everybody's asking at home, right? Which one is it? Which one is it? Should I say?
Maybe.
Okay, I'll do this. It's it's on Restaurant Row.
I
Yeah.
don't know where Restaurant Row is.
Guy Street with all the restaurants all in a row.
Oh, that's not good.
Another $4.5 million. That just happened. So last month it was $8 million to a predatory company. This month is $4.5 million to allegedly. We scroll that on the bottom, and I'm not kidding about coming up with the allegedly swag merch. I'm working on that. I think
You said it's commercial property?
yeah. Yeah.
Is it Big Lots or Kmart?
$4.5 million. Do your research, folks. I'm tired. You know what?
It's a big empty building.
I'm tired. I'm tired of telling you folks the truth, and I mean this with respect, because most of the people, just like most of the people, agree that we should have really wonderful shows at all of the venues, not just Vern Rife. We have other venues here in town, and they should all be filled with wonderful entertainment. So the majority thinks that way. But me personally, after some of the stuff that we've gone through, I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to break, tell people the truth, because they're so shitty and accusatory, and they point back and say, "Oh, you're full of it." We got the commissioner, Merritt Smith, going, "I don't know what all the hubbub was about." He didn't even go past the first floor. He didn't walk the steps. Walk the steps. Walk a mile in my shoes. That's what they say, right?
Can you make it up the steps?
He should. Should at least try.
Get to the bottom and just look up. Well, that's his staircase for you right there, yeah.
Yeah.
Turn around and walk
I mean,
up.
what did he do? He walked around on the first floor, talked to a few people, glad-handed. They're going to tell him what they need to hear, what they think he needs to hear, and then he goes on in front of the county commercial. That's about right. County commissioners, and says, "Yeah, it's not nearly as bad as they say." Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I think he probably wouldn't admit it publicly, but I think he kind of regrets his little statement there. And, it could be that. So I don't know. I mean, I like to be able to tell you things. I mean, we have a fantastic investigative division, and, it's just that when we try to tell you stuff, we get so much flack. But then a month later, it's like, "Oh, yeah, you were right." Or they would never even admit that we're
I just love we can tell somebody, "Hey, this was bought by these people." And I could sit here in 20 seconds, type it in, and be like, "Oh, well, that's a really bad company." And they're like, "No, it's not. That's a wonderful company." It's like 20 seconds on my phone, I can prove that it's a bad company just by real reviews.
right.
But other people are like, "No, they're just making it up." It's like,
Yeah.
it's like some of these reviews are from 6 months ago, 7 months ago, a year, 2 years. Like, clearly, we're not making it up.
How the company operates. So to them, this is nothing new. They're used to chaos. They're used to displacing innocent people. And I'm not going to say that they sabotaged the elevators, because we know one of them wasn't working anyway. But they certainly aren't helping. and they've got these people trapped. I think in some of the other, couple of the others, there were people trapped, weren't they? That this is not the only building
I
that
believe there was actually.
they've trapped people in.
New Jersey, I think it was. Was it New Jersey or something like that? Where they bought a building and the elevators went down right before they bought it, and it took them, I think it was a month and a half to fix it. Now watch this one. If it even gets fixed, it's going to be a month and a half, 2 months, and then they're going to come up with a reason why people have to leave again. They come back and leave.
Yeah, and and we told you right up front they had sent out this questionnaire to everybody, 4 questions, all pertaining to how easily can you vacate. The whole thing was about. So they told you right up front, we are going to vacate you, and we've ordered a part. People forgot the fact that the company completely told them right to their face, we're going to clear you out, and just latched on to this. There's a part getting ordered, even though they all the company wants them. They want that building empty, so they can repurpose it for whatever their purposes are.
I think if that building didn't have any residents in it when they bought it, but those elevators would have been fixed in a weekend.
Absolutely.
They would have hired a
I don't
company to
disagree
come
with
in and
that.
just replace the whole damn thing from top to bottom and just be done with it.
I don't disagree with that. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you think. You know, it's not good. And do you think New Boston should send them a bill for about $250,000 so far for
Oh,
resources?
I feel like it would be more than that.
More than that? Well, let's do a Trump thing and Village of New Boston send this company a lawsuit, sue them for $100 million. Right?
It might not be that much.
Well, you can sue for
But I mean-
whatever, but yeah,
Hell, ambulance ride just to the hospital is
it's $1,000.
$6 grand.
Oh, see, I haven't been. It's crazy. It's crazy, and you got these guys. God bless them, carrying grandma and grandpa up and down the steps.
There's also just people that are volunteering to go there, and
The kids have been great. The local restaurants have been great. People are coming together, but it still doesn't. It's almost like you get the humanitarian aid over to the people in Gaza, right? But it doesn't change the fact there's still freaking hostages in a hostile area where basically they want the owner wants them out, wants them to squeeze out, and I don't want to jinx anything, but we said somebody's going to die, and for not being able to get the medical care, and we know they want nobody wants anybody to get hurt. The fire department, the EMS, Chris Dixon, the chief of police, they're all really doing everything they can, laser focused on making sure no catastrophes happen.
they're doing a lot more than the property owner.
Well, yeah, they're doing everything. I mean,
How much is the damn part for the elevators? We'll buy it.
it's
I'll hand deliver the damn thing.
but the point is, so what? The elevators work in time enough for all the evictions to take place.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Right around the time they're like, boop.
We're
All right, get out.
we're telling you the truth. That's what's going to happen. When the elevators gets fixed, it's when the building gets vacated. That's it. And if a few people don't make it in the process, the company doesn't care. And
The way I see it is if they vacate everybody out of that building and just try to revamp it and sell it again, I think the city of New Boston should either take it or demolish it. If they think they can come in, buy a building, kick everybody out, and just redo it, sell off the stuff, I think the city should just be, oh, okay, that's mine now. Or if you're going to do that and you're going to kick everybody out, then you can't have it either.
Yeah, I mean, the state law is if you buy an apartment building, you have to honor all the leases. So, okay,
But if you make everybody so miserable that they break the lease themselves, you
even
don't have
better.
to honor that lease.
Even better for the predatory company. They're like, So that's what this company, specifically this company, does.
Mm-hmm.
Is they come in, they buy a building, they don't want to wait however long for all these leases to expire, so they make their life miserable and then find reasons where, because one lady said something about maybe putting out a flyer or trying to get help to, food to neighbors and everything. And then she gets an eviction notice. What the hell? I mean, you can rebuke me in the name of Jesus if you want to, but this is a predatory company. They are the ones that need to be rebuked in the name of Jesus, if you ask me.
And we seen they did have the power to stop people from coming to the building the day that I went up there to do the report, where they literally locked me out of the building.
Yeah.
They turned off
and turned off communications, so nobody could talk to anybody. It wasn't just you; they shut everybody's thing down. But the headline behind the headline, and this came from our illustrious investigations team. We've got the proof: $4.5 million, and if we were proud. We would be celebrating. The politicians would be dancing in front of these buildings that are getting sold. I mean, when do you ever heard of a politician not take it? Look at what we did. Economic development. We got investments coming to town. But they are strangely silent. Because they know. And they don't want their face on it.
Probably.
Like now Merritt Smith's face is on the side of the Buckeye Towers. But it all comes down to the real estate agent and the closing attorney. You greedy bastard.
Is it the same real estate agent?
Find out. That's what I said the whole time. Find out. Do your research. Who is the real estate agent? Who's the closing attorney? And what's the connection to the Cardinal Treatment Centers? If you can answer those three questions, you're going to be so enlightened. And then people will rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
It's one of the reasons we're hated so much is because we air out things that other people don't want people to know.
I don't consider it. I really don't consider it error now. I think people deserve the truth, and most people are smart enough to handle the truth. It's just some people have their blinders on and their echo chambers, and we just don't compute with their algorithm of worldview. So, sheesh.
It's like that stuff's private information while they're blasting it all over Facebook themselves.
Oh man, how many times people? We never said a name. We never said nothing. I know because this was me and this was my son. And then we're like, you outed yourself, and then get mad at us for outing you, and you didn't do it.
Portland Police Department's like, this person was arrested for this. It's like, what? We had this person arrested for this. How dare you post that? Like, ask them first.
Yeah. All right, we're going to change gears, and we're going to lighten the mood a little bit, and then we're going to hit one more story. So here we go. I had to go back in the archives.
Okay.
Yeah, I went back in the archives. But it's that time of year, so here we go. Friends, it's that time of year to consider getting your flu shot. So we're about ready to go into the health department, and you're going to watch me get a flu shot. All right, so here we are at the immunization and the nursing division. So let's go get a shot. So I filled out my paperwork and I provided my driver's license and insurance. Now, if you don't have insurance, then they have a $10 copay. Is that right? $10 copay?
It's an administration fee.
$10
If they
administration.
qualify for state-funded vaccine.
Okay,
Yeah.
very good.
And then if that's a financial hardship, we can even waive that.
So you hear that? So if it's a financial hardship, they can even waive that. They want people to get the vaccines because how many people died last year of the flu?
The CDC says 80,000 people died last year because of the flu.
80,000 people just last year died of the flu. So we're going to do this shot and you're going to watch me get stuck and then you guys are going to come down here and get your flu shots.
What about your shirt? Some people pull their shirt down the other way, but I know you're on camera, so you might not want to do that. That's great right there.
All right, guys, it's time. 34,000 people in this group, and I bet you there's probably 100 that wants me to have some pain. They say if I don't cry, I get a lollipop. If I don't cry, I get a lollipop. So here we go.
Just relax your arm.
I want a lollipop.
And here's your flu shot. 1, 2, 3.
You didn't cry.
Hey, I get a lollipop.
Mm-hmm.
What if I could choose my flavor? And there you go, guys. That's the flu shot.
That was in the archives.
That was deep in the archives. And,
You're about 30 years older now.
Hmm?
You're about 30 years older now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was 2 weeks ago. Yeah. So, yeah, get your flu shot. There's a controversy when it comes to, vaccination.
Look at you finding your words.
Yeah, yeah. I had a couple other things through me. There's controversy on the on vaccines and whether they work or whether they don't. But hey, the flu shot, get the flu shot.
I mean, wasn't it the wonderful president who was basically saying to get rid of COVID, just give yourself a shot of bleach?
I don't know. I know it's going around. I don't know if it was said. I know
It was all over the internet. That's why I said that.
Could be.
It's like kids eating Tide Pods like
Yeah.
Ritz crackers.
But no, get your flu shot. And if you're over 50, which I'm going to be in a couple years,
That was like a year ago.
you gotta you want to look into the shingle shot. Hey man, sign me up for that. Because to me a vaccine should work, not and I'm not gonna get started. But anyway, from the archives, friendly reminder. Oh, and it was so fun because the HIPAA, taking the cameras in the room and all that kind of stuff. It just brought up kind of interesting conversations and the really, really great folks over at the health department are like, you want to do what? Oh, you're bringing the camera in? Yeah. You're gonna, yes.
So let me just.
Yeah. So
I would have just grabbed it and be like, "Oh yeah, here's your shot right here."
Yeah. They no, they were wonderful, but they were a bit surprised because we didn't give them any heads up. We just showed up with the camera and the idea, and
Of course you did.
yeah. But
That's very Mark of him.
very, very Mark. But yeah, that was fun. All right, guys. Well, to thank you now, we've been on air for 59 minutes. I'm going to have you watch 2 little things here, and then we're going to close with our final story. So here we go.
At SCDN, our main product is the SCDN Evening Newsletter. You get everything we publish each day delivered straight to your inbox. Beat the algorithm, support a local business. Get articles, stories, and investigations that nobody else covers. SCDN is #1 for a reason, and that reason is you.
Bless me with the sunshine, bless me with the
was over just bopping my head along with that.
Oh yeah, and yeah, that was South of Sunday, and go to SCDN Radio. That's all I can tell you. We have absolutely fantastic talent in this area, and yeah, that was South of Sunday. It's great, great song. Need a little blessing, Lord. So the blessing is on that one is look, you use that coupon code, and you get it for half price for a year. Pretty good, right? What a trade-off, right? Watch us for an hour, and then we show you how you can save some money and get the news that the algorithms may not want you to see. It's the best way. It's the best way. It's a direct conversation between.
It's like that shirt that I just showed you.
Yeah, yeah. Can't. We're PG-13. That was PG-14.
They're being made. We're going to be wearing them next week.
Oh yeah. Okay.
At least everybody on here will see the SCDN After Hours. They won't see the back. The back will be an inside joke.
That'd be for us.
Until one of us stands around and gets something, and they read the back. Be a little snippet and be like, "Oh."
Well, we'll have to send the logo of the. Yeah, we'll have to send the logo.
This ain't going to be a Crown Vic again, is it?
No, it's not gonna be Crown Vic. No, the little martini glass logo thing at the beginning of the. Yeah.
That'd be cool. Right under the After Hours.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, I've got it saved. I'll send it over to you.
Lights, camera, action.
All right. So this is the final story of the night, and this one, I don't know. We have to hash this out. I want to hear about what you have to say too.
I'm seeing these as you guys are, so I'll be just as shocked as you.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, God.
All right. So let's put it on the screen. All right.
Does that say can serve less than a year?
Yeah. So, unbelievable. So, let's.
The high-profile child sex abuse case against 82-year-old Ezra Wright of Lucasville has ended in a plea deal that drastically reduces his potential prison time. Originally indicted on 12 counts of first-degree rape, Wright has now pleaded guilty to 1 count of sexual battery, a third-degree felony. His jury trial, set to begin November 24th, was canceled after he signed the agreement. Under the terms of the plea, prosecutors have agreed to recommend the minimum sentence of 9 months in prison, followed by 5 years of mandatory probation. While the charge technically carries a maximum of up to 5 years, the state is supporting the lowest possible penalty. Court documents show that Wright was a relative of the victim, and that the child was in his care at the time the offense occurred, roughly 3 decades ago. The age of the defendants, both now in their 80s, and the amount of time passed since the alleged crimes are likely significant factors behind the plea resolution. Please support this local business. Ezra Wright must also register as a Tier 2 child sex offender for life, requiring in-person verification every 90 days until his death.
Excuse me?
So, thoughts?
My thought is I wouldn't condone kidnapping, but if somebody wants to bring him to me with a tattoo gun, I will gladly write child molester across his forehead. I can't say the other word. This is PG-13.
Yeah.
9 months?
9 months. 12 first degree.
Can we put him on the top floor of Buckeye Towers?
Why not? He should stay. Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. Yeah, 12 counts of first degree rape, pled down to 1 count of sexual battery, which carries a minimum of 9 months, and a maximum up to 5 years. So they didn't even give him the maximum on the plea deal. They gave him the minimum on the plea deal.
I'm gonna advise you to bleep me, but how in the holly jolly Christmas fuck is that allowed?
So it's called plea.
Do we
plea
know
bargain.
where he's spending those 9 months at? I can find a pen pal there.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna bleep this out because we can't incite that type of thing.
I figured we're gonna bleep it out.
Yeah.
Don't hurt him.
Yeah. But yeah, so the plea bargain. Okay, so the defense attorney, his attorney, is naturally going to do his job and try to get as many of the charges dropped, and that's his job. That's the defense attorney's job, and you would expect the same if you needed a defense attorney, is to minimize, make it go away. That's their job. The prosecuting attorney decides whether or not they're going to stick to their guns and make a deal or not. And then a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times they make a recommendation for sentencing. So all this is done outside the presence of the judge. And so the defense and the prosecution got together and made 12 felony rapes go away.
All they've basically done is make those victims victimized all over again.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, we always tell people and our kids, if somebody touches you wrong, tell somebody. And in this case,
What's the point?
yeah.
What's the point of telling anybody when they're going to get a smack on the hand? That's basically a timeout for an adult. And at 82 years old, that might be a vacation for him. He gets locked in a room and gets to sleep. I think he should be medically castrated, and I mean, he's 80. It's probably already self-castrated anyway. That I'm gonna get myself in trouble. Mark's gonna be like, "Leave the room for a minute."
I don't understand why they didn't. Okay, so it's completely stupid to take 12 felonies off the table, first degree felonies, and trade it for a third degree felony, and then give that the minimum when it could have been 5 years. Why wouldn't you? Which I don't agree with making the first degree felonies go away at all. But why wouldn't the defense attorney is going to do the defense attorney's job, and they're going to ask for the sweetest deal. But why did whoever was in the prosecutor's office making this deal, why didn't they say, "F you, we're fine, we'll take this," but they're not doing the 9 months. The maximum's 5 years, and you're going to do every damn day of that 5 years.
When did it become more of a jailable and prison sentence offense to steal food from a grocery store than it is to rape a child or murder someone?
Oh, yeah, Miss Angie goes crazy over when she watches her stories and what people get away with.
You can literally watch people get 10 years for stealing food or crashing a car. But this man is allowed to 12 counts of rape and gets, 9 months?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it should have been each one of those first degree feloners. He was looking at life times 12. And that's...
It ain't like they would have had to keep him long.
I mean, we can say... he pleaded guilty, so, he's a rapist. He's a child rapist, admittedly.
He's clearly been a child rapist for the last 3 decades.
Yeah,
it isn't time served.
Right, he hasn't been in jail, he's been free. And
This job makes me want to murder
not
people.
knowing what was going to happen, you know, in the negotiations. We saw the property transfer where he transferred property out of his name.
For what? To who?
Well, if you're looking at fines and fees and then, you know, they could do levies against your property.
So was this
your
before
house.
he was arrested and convicted, or was this after?
It was after he was arrested, before he was convicted.
So how did he even have the power or authority or possibility to get to be able to transfer stuff out of his name?
Because he let him out of jail. If we go back to we ran 3 articles on this guy.
He got arrested for 12 counts of raping a child, and they let him out?
Yeah. Yeah.
In the early 2000s and late 90s, he would have been put under the jail. They would have built a new section of jail over top of him.
What happened?
People got soft.
It's let me click on the
Somehow when people started saying, that's offensive, everybody decided they wanted to start being...
yeah. So let me add this up here. All right, so this is the article before it, where he takes the plea deal. He didn't get sentenced yet.
He's literally smiling in his mugshot.
Oh yeah.
That's a grin. He is grinning in his mugshot. There's judges on TV that would have given him 5 years for that with this crime.
12 counts of rape.
Where's those judges off of Baddia movies when you need them? One girl got 80 years for doing nothing in one of those movies? We need one of the TV judges. Just let one of them come over here.
Let's get Judge Judy out of
That's
retirement.
what I was about to say. Where is Judy when you need her?
Man.
Actually, I don't even think she'd sentence him. She'd just walk down there and start beating him with a gavel.
Come here. Come here. And she'd get her little frilly thing all messed up because she's just wailing.
I can't believe that he is only getting 9 months. The 5 years probation sounds like a joke.
Yeah.
Was this... I don't want to dig too far into it or anything, but was there one victim with 12 counts, or was there multiple victims with 12 counts?
One victim,
12 counts.
12 counts over a 2-year period. So the other thing is, you always ask, well, if there's one victim, there could just as easily be 5 victims. But one victim was... I mean, can you imagine the torture this person went through
I think
their entire lives, and then finally decides they're going to do something? And this is a family member, wasn't a stranger. This whole stranger danger thing is very, very wrong. It was a family member. And so, yeah, I mean, can you imagine the courage it took, and then having to, relive all that through depositions and all that kind of stuff? And then... how does that victim feel with that's a kick in the nuts, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I think he should get 2 years for every count, and then for every year, times 2.
Say that again.
2 years for every count.
24 years.
And then times 2 for every year.
Times 2 for every year.
It'd be 48 years in prison. I think that's how it should be.
48 years?
Yeah. He's 82. He ain't gonna last 48 years. That's 2 years for every count. So he's ruined that person's life for the next 50, 60, 70, 80 years.
And it's generational. So now you have this damaged person, damaged victim person, who will then may already be a parent,
and be scared to leave their child around family.
yeah, I mean, these crimes become generational, especially these types of crimes. So the ripple effect of what Mr. Cheesy Face mugshot, the ripple effect that he sent through the next several generations of his family.
Oh yeah. I hope he dies alone, to be honest. I hope after that he doesn't have a family when he gets out of his pity ass 9-month sentence.
Oh, well, the best part is, well, not the best part, but another part of that story is whenever they went to arrest him, his wife lied and said he wasn't there, so he can make.
They should arrest her ass too.
They did, for obstruction of justice.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like she didn't know. 2 years, 12 counts or more. She didn't know. The hell was she planting flowers while this was going on?
She was. Yeah.
I think she should get the 48 as well.
You don't know. I mean, the BTK killer, his wife didn't.
Okay,
know.
then we'll half it. She should get 24.
For what? Guilt by association in the highest degree. I mean, the only thing they can prove that she knew was that he was home the day they went to arrest him, and she lied and said he wasn't home, and they determined that was a lie.
How long were they married?
How long were they married?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anything over 3 years, you know everything about your partner. You know.
Well, I mean, if she's 80,
you know how many times they change their socks. You know when they brush their teeth. You know when they brush their hair. She's going to know that this man is raping children.
Do you think?
Hell yeah.
But then he grew out of it.
Bullshit. Nobody grows out of it. They either stop completely because they've been, I can't say that word because I don't want to get bleeped again, or they I forgot where I was going. My brain's whoosh.
Yeah.
Or they stop because they're afraid they're going to get caught.
Or they stop because they can't physically go any further.
Yeah. I mean, at 82, he probably can't go physically any further either right now. But at the same time, like, if she would have spoken the hell up, because that woman knew. Ain't no way in hell she didn't know. She could have stopped this a long time ago. I mean, was she at brunch all 12 times? Out with her girls?
I mean, it's interesting, but I really feel bad for the victim who was strong enough to come forward.
Yeah.
And then this happens.
All this whole thing has done is just literally make them a victim all over again. They had to relive every one of those experiences for nothing. And it was what, 3 decades ago? Isn't that what it said?
Yeah.
Isn't that 30 years?
Yeah.
So they've had to live with it for 30 years, and now they've been re-victimized by it all over again to relive it out for another 30 years.
Yeah. So they lived with it silently for 30 years, and then now publicly, and you know how many people close to them said, you gotta do this, you gotta hold him accountable, and so they take this advice or calling or whatever you want to call it, and then this is what the justice system does to them. I mean, I bet you there's some people, well, matter of fact, I know there's some people out there with some felonies over their head right now that could really use a sweetheart deal like that.
What was that other case where the young guy got caught raping a girl behind a dumpster and he got basically probation because he had too bright of a future? You remember that?
No. That. What the hell?
Mm-hmm. It was real. They basically said he shouldn't serve prison time because he had too bright of a future, and they just moved him to another school and changed his name.
I don't know. I don't know. But, you know, it's a judge does not have to take a plea deal. A judge does not have to take a sentencing recommendation. They can deny it. So I don't know. I don't know.
Brock Turner.
Huh?
Brock Turner.
Brock Turner. He Googles it that fast.
A former Stanford University swimmer whose light sentence for sexual assault of an unconscious woman sparks national outrage. The crime, January 2015, and the sentence was 6 years in prison. However, the prosecuting judge sentence turned just 6 months in county jail because his future was bright.
Wow.
He was 20 years old, and instead of that, he got a bright future with 6 months in jail. Sound familiar?
And I wonder, was that 2015?
Yeah.
I wonder how many times he's reoffended since then. I didn't say how many times he's been caught.
Six months in jail and 3 years of probation, citing the severe impact a long prison term would have on the 20-year-old Turner's life and bright future as an All-American swimmer and Olympic aspirationist. When did rape become such a
Yeah.
You get a bigger sentence if you're caught driving drunk.
Well, look what they did to Michael Phelps for smoking weed. Talking about swimmers.
I can go out. I can go outside, get in my car, go to the store, buy a bottle of whiskey, get drunk as hell, drive home, get caught, ended up spending 2-3 years in prison. But now you can go rape kids and rape unconscious women and get 6 months in jail. And God forbid you're caught with drug paraphernalia. Shit, that's 10 years by itself.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, we hate the war on drugs, but at the same time, we should hate the war on child molesters a lot more. We should be parading through the streets when somebody gets arrested for that and actually gets real sentencing.
I agree. I like it. No, I don't like
These stories, when somebody gets off with that light of a sentence for something like that, pisses me off. That man should be rotting under a prison. He's 82. Throw his ass in for the rest of his life. It's going to be 10, 15 years max. And if, God forbid, somebody found out what he did in those 9 months, I wouldn't feel bad. I would sleep pretty well at night. And I know you're probably going to bleep that out, but I'm not telling anybody to do it, but I'm just saying if somebody found out what happened, I wouldn't feel bad when he got the same thing that he did.
It's just
Basically open for business. Somebody clap those 82-year-old cheeks for the next 9 months.
But so now we're questioning local real estate agents' decision to sell multi-million-dollar properties to predatory companies.
We're talking predatory everything tonight.
And then we're taking predators and giving them sweetheart deals that the prosecutors are accepting and that the judges are accepting.
What judge in their right mind would accept that?
Look it up.
Because that judge needs fired too.
Well, there's elections. Look up the judge. Look up the prosecutor
Yes,
on the case.
look up the judge that let somebody get away with 12 counts of child molestation with 9 months and see what
Yeah.
we can do about that.
And look up the defense attorney while you're at it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can't fault the defense attorney because that's his job.
I'd love to fucking hire him.
Yeah,
We need him on retainer.
put him on a retainer. I mean, that's his job. But
Some Johnny
the
Cochran.
other checks and balances of this, they dropped the freaking ball. They rolled over. What? They should say no.
Where's Olivia Benson when you need her?
Who's Olivia Benson?
Law and Order Special Victims Unit.
Oh, see, I never watched that show. So
She would just walk up, just start.
yeah. Or her dad was like a Mr. Universe or something. Wasn't her dad like a?
Her mom was famous.
Her mom was famous and her dad was famous. 'Cause I know her dad
Possibly,
was.
if her mom was
bodybuilder.
famous, it's usually your mom and
You know.
famous parents.
Oh man. All right, guys. So there's a lot to talk about in the comments. Look at I mean, just unbelievable. And this is at the localest of local levels. We've got real estate agents selling to predatory companies that they either know or should know that they're predatory companies. We broke some news here tonight that another building for $4.5 million was sold. Take a look into that. Ask the same question. Who's the real estate agent? Who's the closing attorney? And what's the Cardinal Treatment Center connection? And then we have Mr. Raby Pants over here, 12 felony, first degree felony counts, singing a song.
Jane Mansfield was her mother.
Jane Mansfield, yeah,
And
and
her Nelson Sard.
yeah, Greek. Yeah, it was, and her dad was like this Greek bodybuilder.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 names. Her dad's name is like this freaking long.
yeah, that's him. Yeah, he was Arnold Schwarzenegger before Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was a Mr. Olympia.
I don't think he can pronounce his name right.
Well, no. And so yeah, take a look at these. Take a look at these that we're telling you. We're giving you these breadcrumbs, and we know what you're going to find. But we want you to do it. Take a look at this, and then bandy about the idea that the Village of New Boston should send Treetop Realty a massive freaking bill, and maybe they'll change the way that they do business, but I doubt it. It's too entrenched in their actual business plan, and their shareholders expect it. I mean, this is horrible what they do, and it's horrible that it's in our town, but this is what the company does. You can't blame a shark for biting somebody because it's a freaking shark. So who brought the shark to town? Who brought the shark? Who keeps bringing sharks? I'm telling you, you're going to end up with a couple of very interesting names. And then we look at
a lot of people, when they do the research themselves, they're still going to be like, this is all fake. Scioto County Daily News put it on there. They put it on this website.
yeah.
Like, how dare they make it?
Yes, how? Yeah. Wow.
Let's pull another Donald as you did earlier. Fake news. Fake news.
Yeah. All right. Anything else we want to talk about? Oh, I got to bring one up. We're running out of time. We're running late. But hey, we were gone for 2 weeks, so we had some stuff pile up. This one's a funny one.
We got an actual funny one this time?
Yeah, I found it funny. So this was at the when they were getting ready to vote for the third commissioner, which is now Will Malt. And this was the Republican Central Committee. They were having their pledge and prayer before the meeting commenced, and there was actually a prayer to defeat the Democrats and their agenda.
Before we play this, did you see where President Trump told a reporter, "Hush, hush, piggy"?
No. What?
He literally, it was either hush, hush or shush, shush, piggy. But he literally called a reporter piggy.
Wait a dang minute.
He said hush, hush, piggy. Or shush, shush, piggy or something like that. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh.
Quiet piggy. There we go. Quiet piggy. Quiet piggy.
All right. Okay. Hang on a second. Oh my gracious.
I had to mention that to you because I didn't think you'd seen it, but I
No.
I had to.
All right. So we're gonna do this here. I gotta. It's crazy. Oh, I gotta stop the screen. Oh, I see what it is. Share this tab instead. All right. So now what do we look like? All right. So all right. I wonder if this has sound.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Venezuelan, sir.
Quiet,
Venezuela, sir, you've had a lot of meetings on Venezuela. I know you can't tell us what your next steps will be, but can you say that you made up your mind? On Venezuela, sir, you've had a lot of...
That's our president telling somebody to be quiet, Piggy, and I'm pretty sure they're on Air Force One too. So they're on the presidential plane, and he's telling a reporter, "Quiet, Piggy."
Oh, wait a minute. Here's what it says. White House defends President Trump's piggy comment. Let's see what this is.
What did the president mean when he called a reporter piggy?
Look, the president is very frank and honest with everyone in this room. You've all seen it yourself. You've all experienced it yourselves, and I think it's one of the many reasons that the American people reelected this president, because of his frankness.
She just basically said because they're big.
Quiet, Piggy.
Called a reporter piggy.
Look, the president is very frank and honest with everyone in this room. You've all seen it yourself. You've all experienced it yourselves, and I think it's one of the many reasons that the American people reelected this president, because of his frankness.
Wow.
She's literally kind of giggling at the question.
And it's like, well, I mean, we elected him because, you know,
We thought he was going to get shit
they're a
done.
piggy. They're a piggy. Quiet piggy. All right, we're going to have to put that on a shirt.
Quiet, Piggy.
Jeez. Oh my gosh.
I seen you like slowly sliding into politics, so I had to throw that little gem in there.
Oh man. I love it. All right.
I was sitting in Denver, Colorado, and I seen that. I seen it on the flat screen on the wall, and I just had to like rewind it and go back and look at it again. It's like, did he really just call this reporter Piggy?
Yeah. And then the press secretary goes, well, he's honest. Yeah, well, that's why we voted for him. He ain't call you a piggy. Quiet piggy. How does
feel
piggy just fall off the tongue like that?
I feel bad for that reporter. She was just there trying to do her job. And she just got insulted by for some reason, one of the most famous men on the planet.
Piggy.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if he had said that to Megyn Kelly back in that first debate?
Should have thrown his ass out of the plane, is what she would have done.
Oh.
Or, yeah, during the debate.
Yeah,
if
that
he
very
would've
first
told,
debate,
If he
that-
would have told her quiet piggy, he would have been booed off stage. Because there's a lot of plus size women in the world that ain't going to stand for that.
I'd like to plug my latest book, Embracing Your Curves. It's actually true. It's actually true.
And he finally signed a bill to release the Epstein files. Now that he's had time to wipe his name out of them. Or wipe his ass with them, one or the other.
Quiet piggy.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, God.
As the lawyers are in the background going, fuck.
Yeah. Well, that's why we elected him, because
He's honest.
he's honest. He tells you. Yeah.
He's very blunt, apparently.
Oh, man. Well, it's good to be back after a couple of weeks off, eh?
Yeah, I got myself bleeped a lot in this episode.
Yeah. And we hit some topics, but it kind of, need to be said. Sometimes these will be nice and fun, and then sometimes it's just like, what the hell?
Yeah, maybe me not seeing the reports before we started the live was a bad idea this time.
I like the genuine reaction, because you got to see my genuine reaction to the piggy thing, 'cause I didn't know. I was like, nah, man, I gotta look this up.
I can tell I'm going a little too far with my comments, but I look at Remark and his eyes are like this. He's like, shut up. I can edit this later.
You're making more work for me. All right, everybody. Until next time, you're watching SCDN. We're number one for a reason, and that reason is you. Get on that.
I forgot to say After Hours.
After Hours.
It's SCDN After Hours.
SCDN After Hours. And we really want you to pay attention to the SCDN radio. I'm telling you, it's fantastic.
Before and after hours.
Before and always hours. Yeah, there's so many hours and hours and hours of music on the SCDN platform. Just fantastic, the talent in this area. And let's move forward. Hopefully next week we're not talking about some of the topics that we had to talk about. I'm sure this next coming week's going to be just smooth sailing.
We just need to do a comedy week. Just one night of just funny news. That's it.
Funny news.
Yeah, no sad, no depressing, no people that deserve more than 9 months. Hopefully more of the president calling people piggy.
Why don't we do a week where you pick out the clips?
Oh,
Because
God.
you with the piggy story, that's freaking awesome. You just give me a bunch of shit to Google up, YouTube up, and we'll react to them.
I'm gonna have your other half be like, "What the hell is Austin sending you?"
Oh no, we'd have to do it in real time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh man, they can just have it like a little list, like, oh yeah, the piggy comment. Oh hey, look at this one. As long as it's on YouTube, because I'm not on the talk. The ticks.
There's a lot of stuff on the ticks.
No.
A lot of stuff on the ticks.
All right, guys. Tell us what you think in the comments, and get ready, because we are going to be launching some allegedly merch. Been working on it with all my spare time. But been working on it. It's gonna happen. And yeah, and so what was the quote? Shut up, piggy. Quiet piggy.
Quiet pig.
Quiet piggy. Oh my God.
I'm gonna start saying that every time we do a report on him. It's gonna switch back over to us. Someone be like, "Quiet piggy, quiet piggy, quiet."
Oh man.
I know there's a lot of Trump reporters or Trump supporters watching this. Gonna be like, "That little mofo talking about our Lord and Savior Trump."
Well, it goes.
I keep my opinions on politics to myself for a reason.
Oh my goodness. Well, the motto is report without bias and tell the truth without compromise. So obviously we're not biased because we're not covering for him, and we told the truth because right there it is. And then Caroline Levitt's like, yeah, he kind of did say that because that's why we voted for him, so he can call people piggies. My goodness. All right, everybody, thank you very much. Good night. Oh.
Pass the light around, my friend. Don't hide it when it shines. One little jar turns the dark to gold. One's the young and heals the old. One's the young and heals the old. Pass the light.